Hi, I'm Dr. Mayo with BizCrown Media. If you're working with a marketing agency like ours for your Google Business Management or to create posts for your Google Business Profile, or even just want your staff to help you manage your Google Business Profile, you'll need to add them as a user, pretty much as an admin, so that they can post on your behalf and carry out various tasks that you've assigned to them. So I'll show you exactly how you could do that right now, and you'll be able to grant access right away. Let's dive in. All right, so the very first thing, of course, that you want to make sure you do is that you sign into your Google Business Profile. And that's very simple. You go to Google Business Profile and then go in there. And what you are looking for at this point are these three dots here to be able to do this quickly. And so you can click these three dots and then go to Business Profile Settings right here. Under Business Profile Settings, you're going to see People and Access right here. Add, edit, or remove people's access. So this is where you want to click and select. And now, as you can see, you can add, edit, or remove people's access to the business profile here. And it's very simple. All you do is click the add icon right here. Now, as you can see, you have the opportunity to put their email address in here. That's how you can invite them to manage your page. As you can see, you can grant them access as an owner, which means they can edit, add people, and transfer ownership of the business profile on search and maps. Likewise, you could just add them as a manager and they can make changes to the business profile on Google Search and Maps. So you pretty much know what these two do. In many instances, if you have an agency that works with other assistants, you're probably going to have to add them as an owner because they will assign other people to your accounts to work on in many instances. But if you don't want to do that, you could simply add them as a manager. And I believe as a manager, you can automatically create posts on the page as well. So if you just want them to create posts for you, adding them simply as a manager would fly. But if you'd want them to do a lot more advanced stuff on your page, you probably want to add them as an owner. Now, in the past, you used to have three options here, which was the super owner, the owner, and the manager, but that's not typically the case anymore, as you could see, probably with the recent update they just did. I did notice that you can actually do that right now if you go to manage here. So you would go back, and instead of clicking the add icon over here, you would go to manage over here. And in this instance, it also gives you another opportunity to be able to add users. But as you can see here, the super admin is on top, and the super admin pretty much dominates everything, sort of like the super owner. And so it's the same process here, which is you go add a person. And as you can see in this instance, it has super admin access. This person can access Business Manager and manage apps for BizCrown Media, and individual app access. This person can only access assigned apps and have a view-only access to Business Manager. So as you can see, those are the different options you have in adding users to your Google Business account. But just for the simplicity of it, it's most importantly just going here to that add icon, putting in their emails there, and then granting them the access. I hope this was helpful. If it is, like the video and subscribe to our channel so you can continue to have access to helpful content. That just makes your life easier. And if you need help with your Google Business Profile, whether it's creating posts or managing it, we can help. Feel free to reach out. Take care.